artificial intelligence has become one of the most discussed technologies of the 21st century, inspiring excitement, fear, enormous investment, and endless debate about the future of humanity. Some people believe AI will solve some of the world's greatest challenges, accelerating scientific discovery, improving healthcare, and transforming the way we work and communicate. Others worry that increasingly powerful AI systems could disrupt economies, replace millions of jobs, spread misinformation at unprecedented scales, or even become difficult for humans to control. Yet despite all the headlines, many people still struggle to answer a surprisingly simple question. What exactly is artificial intelligence? At its core, artificial intelligence refers to computer systems capable of performing tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as recognizing images, understanding language, solving problems, and making decisions. The idea itself is not new, and scientists have been pursuing the dream of intelligent machines for decades, long before modern computers became powerful enough to make it practical. As early as the 1950s, researchers began wondering whether machines could one day think, learn, and reason in ways similar to the human mind. Early optimism was enormous, with some scientists believing that human-level artificial intelligence might be achieved within a few decades. Reality proved far more complicated, and progress often moved much slower than expected, leading to periods of disappointment known as AI winters. Despite these setbacks, researchers continued developing new approaches, gradually improving computers' ability to process information and learn from data. The breakthrough that transformed artificial intelligence came from a field known as machine learning, which focuses on teaching computers to identify patterns rather than explicitly programming every possible rule. Instead of telling a machine exactly how to recognize a cat in a photograph, scientists could provide millions of examples and allow the system to learn the relevant patterns on its own. This approach proved remarkably effective, especially as computing power increased and enormous amounts of digital data became available. Over time, machine learning systems became capable of recognizing faces, translating languages, recommending products, detecting diseases, and outperforming humans in certain specialized tasks. One of the most important developments was the rise of neural networks, computer systems loosely inspired by the structure of the human brain. Although they do not function exactly like biological neurons, these networks excel at identifying complex relationships hidden within vast amounts of information. As neural networks became larger and more sophisticated, they enabled dramatic advances in fields that had once seemed extraordinarily difficult. Machines could suddenly generate realistic images, compose music, write essays, answer questions, and engage in conversations that appeared surprisingly natural. For many people, the arrival of modern AI tools felt like a sudden revolution, but in reality, it was the result of decades of scientific progress and technological development. Today, artificial intelligence is already deeply integrated into everyday life, often in ways that people rarely notice. AI helps filter spam emails, recommend videos, navigate traffic, detect fraudulent transactions, improve search engines, and assist doctors in analyzing medical data. In recent years, a new generation of systems known as large language models has attracted global attention because of their ability to generate human-like text and interact conversationally. These systems are trained on enormous collections of information and learn statistical patterns that allow them to predict and generate language with remarkable fluency. Despite their impressive capabilities, however, they do not think, understand, or experience consciousness in the same way humans do. In many cases, AI systems can produce convincing answers while still making mistakes, misunderstanding context, or generating inaccurate information. This highlights an important reality about artificial intelligence. It is powerful, but it is not magic. The rapid progress of AI has also raised profound questions about the future of work and the nature of human creativity. Many tasks once considered safe from automation are now being performed, at least partially, by intelligent software systems. Some experts believe this will increase productivity and create entirely new industries, much as previous technological revolutions did throughout history. Others argue that the transition could be disruptive, requiring societies to adapt more quickly than ever before. Beyond economics, artificial intelligence also raises ethical concerns involving privacy, bias, accountability, surveillance, and the concentration of power. If AI systems influence decisions affecting millions of people, who should be responsible when those systems make mistakes? How can societies ensure that powerful technologies are used fairly and safely, rather than causing harm? These questions have become increasingly urgent as governments, companies, and researchers race to develop more advanced AI systems. Some of the world's largest technology companies are investing billions of dollars into artificial intelligence, viewing it as one of the most important technologies of the coming decades. At the same time, scientists continue debating how far current approaches can go and whether they will eventually lead to artificial general intelligence, often called AGI. AGI refers to a hypothetical system capable of performing nearly any intellectual task that a human can perform, rather than excelling only in specific domains. Whether such systems will be achieved within years, decades, or perhaps never remains one of the most important unanswered questions in technology. What is certain is that artificial intelligence is already reshaping the world around us at a remarkable pace. The decisions made today by researchers, governments, businesses, and ordinary citizens may influence how this technology develops for generations to come. In future episodes, we will explore how AI actually learns, how neural networks function, what AGI might look like, and whether fears about superintelligent machines are justified. We will also examine the opportunities, risks, and scientific challenges that continue to define one of the most transformative technologies in human history. Because artificial intelligence is not simply another invention. It may ultimately become one of the most important forces shaping the future of civilization itself.